So I met God last night. Quite the trip, some would say. For legal reasons, I can't tell you what I done. But this is where I went. And so let me tell you about my experience. Where do I start? Imagine the you imagine, the human version of yourself, if you will, becoming nothing more than a pet to your actual self. Like, there was a part I remember looking at myself and going, oh, I'm gonna lose this at some point. Like, this will end. This shell, this body is not eternal, even though eternity is eternal. And that's the cosmic joke, is every life is potentially lived 1,000,000 times, but it's up to you. So I became the viewer without the ego, and this is the first time I've been in this kind of situation, but I've gone into it now knowing the truth. So I wasn't scared, I wasn't holding on to anything, and I was able to swim, if you will, in consciousness through your state of being. So if I found myself in a situation that I didn't like, and there were many in terms of, to understand the all is to realize that the truth hurts, because you can't experience things you cannot fathom without also experiencing the harshest truth. Like, it is part of the all. But you get to focus and be the version of yourself, if you know who you are, and spend time in the parts of life you actually want, instead of focusing on the more negative things. So I'm just gonna say some of the things that I've written down here. There is no such thing as balance. And again, from a human perspective, this doesn't make sense. From a universal perspective, in terms of the all, so if there is everything, if you do a tightrope in the middle of the all, if you fall off the tightrope, if you become unbalanced, you're falling into the all. Point number one. The video I made, the last video that I did on this channel about faith, this came up because I was like, my ego had grabbed onto a moment and been like, oh my God, look what's happening. How do I change this? And I went, oh shit, I'm God. So it was like pointing at myself going, yeah, you change it. And I was like, oh, that's not fun. And I was like, oh yeah, I get it. God knows how many times I said I get it. Like, why I'm here, why life feels so slow sometimes. Because if it was any faster, you wouldn't be able to enjoy it. It's the perfect speed. I found one of the best states of being. So I was in a cycle, and I kept getting stuck in this cycle, not in terms of like at a point within the cycle or as a point within a lifetime, but I was going through a whole lifetime over and over again. Although it didn't feel like dying this time, which is quite nice because I realized who I was, kind of thing. But I was like, so how do I enjoy this the most? And the conclusion I came to was, if you hold the state of being that when joy and fate are intertwined, so that you create the world where you are perpetually enjoying yourself within your fated vision of what you can see and experience. It's bliss. What else did I write? To love is to know. And therefore, I think this is why lovers can finish each other's sentences, is because to love someone is to become them. That doesn't mean to see from their point of view, but you know their point of view. You know where they're coming from, you know what they're thinking, because they are your thoughts. You are not reading their mind, you have become their mind, because you are on the same wavelength, which you can do through love. What else did I write down? I wrote down, yeah, you. That was when I pointed at myself and was like, yeah, you're in control. And like your God version of yourself, the version of yourself that sees all, or your higher self, has full control. Full control. I was like, oh yeah. I'm good. Like, so much of what I've been doing the last couple of weeks, I was so grateful for. Because for those of you that do not like the way your life is going, when you realize you've done it to yourself, oh yeah, that's a heavy burden to carry. And this time, like, I've come out 6 hours later and I'm light. My jaw doesn't hurt. I don't feel tired. Like, this is the following morning. And I feel like bliss. Usually I feel like I'm hungover or worse. But it's because I didn't fight any point of it. And any time I felt like I didn't want to be there, or it wasn't who I was, I just changed my state of being. I remember I did it once by going, I'll just imagine you're on the beach. And so I didn't go to a beach because I was very much in the toils of the cosmic joke, which is you are everything. But the feeling that came after, like the rushing of your mind, was, oh, okay, we can enjoy this rush. We can, I heard a really good quote, which is, for those of us trying to manifest or even help others, it feels sometimes like you're telling a flower to blossom, and we all know the flower will blossom when it's ready. And that's the idea of faith. But the other side of that coin is, even if you told the flower to blossom, the flower doesn't have to listen. And so when you feel powerless to the world around you, the idea of nothingness, the idea of stillness, is where the power is. Because that which knows itself will become what it knows. And so you don't have to change your physical reality at all. It will blossom when the time is right. What else? I love and I am all. I love all. Yeah, that didn't make sense. Just here. This was like, God knows what was going through my mind at this point. I label this the cosmic joke. And there's just so much beauty in it. In that now, in that forever. But the whole time you're there going, oh, but what are they doing? Oh yeah, I'm in control. Oh, but what are they doing? I'm in control. Oh yeah, I also met the janitor. So like the guy that breathes for me when I'm not conscious. He was cool. He was a good guy. I liked him. Also, the home is the now. That was quite a powerful sentiment. And just love the journey you created. I'll leave that there.